Alright, so in this video we're going to be installing this Profec B boost controller. Should be pretty simple. I already got some of the wiring stuff figured out. Hopefully I don't need to pick up any more parts. Should be a pretty straightforward install, and should be fun and make my car that much more fun. So let's get to it. Alright, so all included, here, let's put this up here. All included in here, this is the control unit. So this is your like low boost setting, your high boost setting, your balance, which is pretty much is like how quickly the boost comes on. And then this is the little, I'm not quite sure what you call it. Or this unit talks to this unit. There's like a little servo in here that controls the amount of boost that is going to your turbo. And then there's some wiring and vacuum lines that I use to plumb it all together and get it to turn on. Here's the power cable. I'm guessing black goes to ground and red goes to switch to power. Should be pretty simple on the electrical end. Another little bits and pieces. There's like a little, it's nice. You can use that. Vacuum thingy, some zip ties, and a little mounting stuff. So all in all, even though this is the old used unit, it's really in good condition, and I got it for a steal, so I'm not complaining. For those of you who don't know, here's a quick little spark notes on how a turbo works. Okay, on a turbo, we got the hot side where all the exhaust goes into, and the cold side where all the compressed air is formed. And then this is the intake. So, on a turbo, both the cold side and the hot side have these kind of compressory sort of wheels in them. Exhaust enters through here, spins this up right here, which in turn spins the compressor side like this. See? Then that air sucked through here and forced out through here, and then is forced back into the motor. Pretty much when you're on boost, or when you're flooring it, let's say, it spools up the exhaust side really fast, compresses the air, sends it back into your motor. Now what the boost controller does is there's a little flap right here which controls how much exhaust goes to the hot side, because you don't want to have it, throwing a bunch of air boost or whatever into your motor when you're just idling. So it bypasses the exhaust. This allows me to bypass less of the exhaust when I want to, and kind of at a controlled rate that will allow me to kind of increase the horsepower of my car. As simple as that. You also have to raise the fuel pressure because you don't want to run the car too lean, but I believe the fuel pressure is already pretty high right now. I'm running a bit rich most of the time, so should be set to go. I will just double check to make sure, but it should be good to go. That's pretty much it. So I've decided that I'm going to mount this boost controller right about here. I could have done it here, but that just, I don't know, it doesn't seem quite right, kind of awkward. I think this would be easiest to reach, and there's already some holes there that I've never noticed before. Some sort of crack maybe, I'm not sure, but should make it easy to screw into, so I'm gonna go that route.
stereophonic sound for the home is recorded on 2 separate tracks, each one giving special emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on 2 separate systems, the sounds are blended.
All right, got that installed. Pretty happy about it. It's not like the most secure, but I think maybe some zip ties action in the back and maybe something else should help it feel a little more secure. But for right now, it's good. It's not going anywhere, so that's good. Next, I'm going to be installing this guy right here, and I decided I'm actually going to mount him on this plate right here. There's these 2 little screws right here, which I think might work, but I'm going to have to move this guy down a little bit first. Hopefully that'll work. If not, we'll have to figure something else out. Maybe I can just remove this guy altogether. All it is just a little light, but the switch is kind of broken, but I kind of like having it. So we're going to try that out. Pretty secure. I feel like I should bolt it up, but I don't have a great spot for that. I'll try over here really quickly. I am going to bolt this directly to the intake manifold right here. I found a spot where I think the holes line up just right. So we're going to try that route, see how that goes. Now that we've got this all mounted up, we've got to do the plumbing for it. So, I've had other stuff that I'm running through here. I'm going to make another hole in the firewall right here. Alright, because I don't have a better solution, I'm just going to try to stab it and put a hole in it. It's kind of thick rubber, but we'll just figure it out, I guess. Hopefully I don't cut myself. Well, this might be a bit overkill, but we're going to try it out, see if it works. Usually you use this for metal. Now I gotta run this power cable here through the firewall, so we're gonna connect those. Just like that. This red wire will be connected to a switched 12-volt power source, which means when you turn the key, 12 volts will go to this wire. now I gotta hook up the black wire to a ground source. It looks like someone's already connected an old ground here. So I'm just gonna clip it and connect it right there. Alright, so now we switch this to the on position and press the power button. There it is. Turns on and select between high boost and low boost. It's actually at a good position. I like that. Next, I need to provide a vacuum signal so that the boost controller can read how much boost is being put in the motor. I would run it off of this, the fuel pressure regulator line, but I already have my boost gauge running off of that, so I don't want two different signals. So I'm just going to unscrew this, and I believe this should just thread right in. Alright, now I'm going to finish running the rest of this wire through and connecting that up. Getting pretty close to finishing this up here. Now I gotta take this vacuum line here, clip it, and then it plugs into the back of here. And there's also this little filter. I believe it just filters out any like water that is in the system. And now I gotta hook up this other wire here to this guy. I can just tuck this behind the carpet. Call it good. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to run this line here from the boost controller to the wastegate actuator. Alright, that's it. It's installed. So the install is done. I just have to clean up all this stuff and then we can go take it for a test drive and kind of figure out what settings I want to put it at. So, done a little testing. Feels like my turbo, which I know is kind of old and janky, is letting go a little bit. So we're maxing out at about 8 pounds of boost. Can't really get it quite up to 9, which I think, I don't know, or something's going on. There might be a boost leak somewhere. But this thing pulls pretty hard here. I can show you. Watch the boost gauge here.